Okay, here we go. Good evening. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Planning and zoning meeting for November 20th, 2025, City of Josephine. Okay. Thank everyone for being here. And if you, let's see, we go to the roll call here first. Madam Secretary, all our regular members are here and the alternate is also here. Okay. So if you'd like to stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Garcia would like to do the invocation.
Yes. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we come to you asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion. Allow us to grow closer as a group and nurture the bonds of community. Fill us with grace, your Lord God, as we make decisions that might affect our residents in the city of Josephine, and continue to remind us all that we do here today, all that we accomplish, is for the pursuit of truth, for the greater glory of you, and for the service of humanity. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Okay. First thing I see, we have a quick training overview of diligent agenda software. We're going to do that, Mr. McGill, before. Oh, that's the secretary. Okay.
Okay, so we sent an invitation to everyone's personal email that we have. If you haven't accepted it, I went ahead and resent everyone the invitation. If you don't have it, just let me know. All you're gonna do is accept the invitation, and that's how you're gonna get the new agendas automatically emailed when we post them. Okay. And if you need me to tell you what email we would send it to, I can.
Okay. I left my phone in the car, but I understand the instructions.
You'll have 72 hours to accept it, or else I'll just resend it to you.
Okay. Check your junk. Okay.
And then, yes, check your spam too.
Wow.
Did y'all get them?
Yeah. Diligent One platform.
Thank you.
So I tried to sign in and did one of those auto passwords. Saved in your phone. Went back in and tried to send it. Wouldn't let me sign in. So went in to reset password. Put the password in that I have. And still didn't work.
Okay, it says you're active.
Really?
Yes.
My wife would differ.
It says your account is active and you're good. Yours is good too. Yours, it went to the AOL email. And then, so I would try the reset password again. That would be my suggestion. If you can't figure it out, we can try to look.
Ms. Young, Mr. Reed, you guys on top of that email, what topic that she's talking about? Okay. All right, good.
And Chelsea, I have yours. Greg, were you able to get it? Good? I got it too. Perfect. Let me look. Yes, you're good.
Okay.
Okay. For future meetings, what we can do, I'll leave this up to y'all to decide. We can have y'all do the electronic voting. Our city council does that. We send the vote from the computer and y'all vote on there, and then it displays on the TV. Or y'all can continue to raise your right hand.
Okay.
They would just have to, you can do it on a phone, or if you have your own computer, you can bring two, whatever y'all would like to do.
Okay.
And it looks like, I think everyone's good. Might be waiting on one more. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions on that topic? Okay. Okay, we'll move on to the minutes, the review of the minutes for October 16th. Hopefully everyone has a copy.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the October 16th, 2025 regular meeting.
Okay, is there a second? All in favor? Okay. Next item is item 3.1, open public hearing, case number Z24-0002-101, comma 103 and 107 East Cook, which is the address. And this is to hold a public hearing to consider testimony and make a recommendation to the city council on a rezoning request by the applicant, Old Town Josephine LP, to amend the zoning ordinance and the zoning map of the city of Josephine, each being a part of the code of ordinance from single-family residence to general commercial business other than retail, to, this is written twice here, okay, what's written? It's from single-family residence to general commercial business other than retail. Okay. And there's 3 parcels of land totaling approximately 1.8 acres of land, again located at 101, 102, and 107 East Cook Street. So at this time, is there anyone here that likes to speak?
Honorable Chairman, members of the Commission, Miguel Inclán, City Planner for the record. It's on, right? Okay. This is a straight rezoning to commercial on 3 parcels on, can we open the PDF on this one? Yeah. Right here on this corner is where the house was just demolished. There's 3 parcels of land. On our map, the one at the corner where it had the house in the middle building that were just demolished, at some point when the zoning classifications were changed about 3-4 years ago, whoever drew up the map, there was like a scrivener's error. So for some reason that property was shown as commercial, but it's never been rezoned to commercial. However, because it shows on the map, I had to add that it's being rezoned from commercial to commercial. So we're just ratifying something that happened by accident. Because it's a straight rezoning, there is no requirement for a concept plan. If you will remember, last month you recommended approval of rezoning on the properties to the north of that, Mr. Shurkart's properties. Those were adopted by the City Council last week, so those properties are now commercial. The future land use plan designates those properties under the city center typology, so it looks at encouraging commercial or mixed-use developments befitting a downtown. The hope is that there's going to be a development that, you know, becomes the what you call a gateway feature. That's like creates a sense of arrival, something that tells you, hey, I'm in like downtown Josephine or Old Town Josephine. And the developer, to my knowledge, doesn't have a defined user, but again, it's any use that's allowed in the commercial district will be allowed by right here. The developer is here to answer any questions you may have. He's the same developer for all the 3 rezoning cases tonight. We recommend approval, and if you have any questions for me, I'm more than happy to answer.
And just for the record, members, as far as the letters going out in support or opposition, none have been received.
For any of the 3 cases, we have no letters.
Okay.
None to my knowledge right now.
Okay, at this point, we're close to public hearing. Gentlemen, you have any comments, questions concerning this item?
Make that at the parking lot eventually, like an overflow?
that part, at this particular land?
Yeah, I thought that's what I heard.
No, I don't think anything has been presented to
It's,
us about the
yeah,
future.
it's privately owned. I mean, the developer can answer that question. Or are you talking about the city-owned property?
Just the one right here.
Right,
Oh, no, that's,
from last month.
Mr. Potts' property. I don't think he's got any intention of.
So we, and maybe confusing is we have the corner right here,
Mm-hmm.
the Gleason building. And it was the same thing as this, it had, commercial zoning, and we rezoned it to.
Okay.
And, I think it's a little tight in parking. I think there's a thought we could use some parking over there, but that would be a very, like, shared parking, very minute parking. Yeah.
I was hoping you'd put like a restaurant or something over there.
That's,
We would love to have a restaurant.
yeah.
It would be nice.
We've looked at some really cool designs, and had brought out a couple developers who looked at the site and, might want to partner with us to do something there, but we don't have specific plans yet, but.
Yeah. Because I remember they talked about this one over here, the one where they just took the house down, that was eventually going to be like a grocery store, or could possibly be.
So they can hear you.
Yeah, Randy Potts with Old Town Josephine, obviously, but,
Yeah, I think they were talking about like this over here being a potential grocery store. I think that's why we talked about it a while back, and they took a bunch of those houses down and bought that land in the corner. And that's over here, going right out of Josephine, the house that they just recently tore down.
at Sebastian?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I think that comes up here in a minute. It's a.
That'll be discussed in the next case.
Okay, cool, all right. I'll shut
But we
up
don't
now.
have plans yet. We'd like to do something unique and something the city would be proud of and make a statement that would be, something nice.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because we're already making a good statement with the fire station or whatever next door. It looks
yeah,
good.
this little pocket's turning into something really special. and unique.
Yep.
Great,
Yep.
Cool.
thank you.
Oh, and we do have, so we do have this land across the street. And so for us, we've had different groups talk to us, but we've been particular about who we want to put in on our first deal, because this is our front door. That one and the other side across the street, on the southwest
Southwest
corner, both. So, I don't know if that adds any comfort or if it makes a difference, but
Yeah,
we're looking to do something nice.
okay. And just for, most of the members may know, but just for everyone to know, normally the process is rezoning land. People can rezone land and it can sit there for 10 years, or they can sell it. And they don't necessarily have to have a plan on what they're going to do. They have a plan, they just keep it to themselves until they really get ready to do something. But that's just for your information. So a lot of times we may have an item and people come in, the citizens, and they want to know what they're going to do with the land, and they're against what they think they're going to do with the land. And at this stage, it's just, you can rezone your land and it can stay that way forever. So we can't vote on what may happen in the future. We just have to vote on what's going on today. So at this point, is there a motion for item 3.1? Okay. Should I make a motion? I will. Sorry. Here.
Are we waiting on that?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I move to recommend approval of case number 725-0002 as presented.
All in favor? I'm sorry, is there a second?
Yeah, I second that
Okay,
motion.
all in favor? All right, outstanding. Item 3.2, open a public hearing, case number Z24003, and this concerning the land at 913 West Cook. And this is to hold a public hearing to consider testimony and make recommendations to the city council on rezoning requests by the applicant Old Town Josephine LP to amend the zoning ordinance and zoning map of the city of Josephine, each being a part of the Code of Ordinance from single-family residence to general commercial business other than retail. And this is 2.496 acres of land, and again, located at 113 West Cook. And Mr. Miguel, do you have any comments?
Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, again, just a straight rezoning. I understand that the property owner owns an adjacent parcel, so you always want to have rezonings to create, assemble tracts and rezone them to a common zoning category. No defined user at this time, but with the outer loop alignment being close to finalized, there's already interest from commercial developers that want to be close to that outer loop. So there's an expectation that hopefully over the next year, you'll start seeing site plans for commercial development or even mixed use along this corridor.
Okay. And again, for the record, no letters were returned.
No letters.
And
We
against.
recommend approval. No opposition or support.
Right. Members have any questions? Comments? Nope. Okay. Did I close the public hearing? Okay, you got me closed. Okay, do we have a motion on that item then?
I make a motion to approve case number Z24-0003 as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. And all in favor? Okay. And our next item, open public hearing for case number Z24-004. The land is located at 603 West Cook. And again, this is to hold a public hearing to consider the testimony and make recommendations to the city council on a rezoning request by the applicant, Old Town Josephine LP, to amend the zoning ordinance and zoning map of the city of Josephine, each being a part of the code of ordinance from single-family retail to general commercial business other than retail on approximately 0.438 acres of land. Any comments, Mr. Miguel, on this one?
Mr. Chairman, same thing. It's just a straight rezoning to
Yes, sir.
commercial. And if you have questions, the developer's here.
Sure.
No opposition. It fits within the future land use plan, and we recommend approval.
Okay. Okay, we'll close the public hearing and for the committee to discuss and consider an act and to recommend approval on this item. Any comments or questions?
Yeah, just most of that is, I think there's like 5 or 6 properties right there that are already commercial, so makes sense.
Okay. Okay. Is there a motion on this item?
Oh, is it my turn? All right, cool. I'll make a motion to approve the case number Z24-0004 as stated.
Is there a second?
I second.
And all in favor? All righty. The next item, item 3.4, we're going to revisit this item from last month. It's a continual public hearing case number CA25-0002A from October 16th meeting. Okay, Mr. Miguel is going to provide information concerning this case.
Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, this was the code amendment that I have proposed to allow for preliminary engineering to be accepted at the time of preliminary plat for all types of development. There was a concern about trying to break that up between residential and non-residential development. After consulting with our engineer and with the upcoming work to create a entirely new development code, we feel this issue is better addressed at that time, and it's just duplication of efforts. I'm trying to just make better use of the time. So with that said, we ask that that you approve the withdrawal of this item from the agenda and close the public hearing.
So a withdrawal is what you recommend, sir? Mhm. Okay, we're close to a public hearing for the Planning and Zoning Committee to discuss and consider this item. Okay. Any questions for Mr. Miguel?
When's the new planning, zoning stuff gonna be ready? Gonna be finished?
The UDC, so we have a kickoff meeting or re-kickoff because the project was on pause when I started. That meeting's gonna be held the first week of December. Our goal is gonna try to get this wrapped up by March when the consultant that's assigned to this project is retiring. So we're gonna fast track this to bring you something for review, ideally January. We may, if not, I don't know, February might be too late in the game. So we'll determine whether we might have a special meeting. At the very least, I expect this to be published online for review. So you might have an opportunity to provide comments and we can go back and forth with the consultant rather than waiting for a full meeting for discussion. But ideally, this is an entirely new process, and based on the direction received from you all at the last meeting, I think we might follow the example from McKinney in terms of breaking apart the development process into residential and non-residential, and following best practices across the state as well. So I'm not just looking at North Texas, I'm looking at Central Texas, South Texas. For cities that developers constantly, you hear about saying this is easy to develop, because that's really the biggest challenge when trying to recruit prospects for economic development. That's one of the first questions they ask is how easy is the process and how clear is the process. And right now our process is written geared mostly for residential development, not so as much for not like commercial. So we want to make sure that we can bring development and make it easy to develop, but maintaining high standards of quality and design. Because I think the city, since it's a blank canvas, we can, and we have a lot of opportunities coming in terms of outer loop and the widening of FM6. This is the opportunity to set our standards and really stick to them to make sure we get quality development that stands out compared to the other, you know, I think this is like the 6th ring of development now in DFW. So we're in the transition from rural to suburban, but I feel this can become the model for development for North Texas.
Okay.
So I guess in the meantime, any other projects that come on board, are we just gonna table them and wait till this thing's finished, or do we have different avenues?
Anything that happens at this time will develop under current standards. So for example, the Exxon Sonic site plan that's under review, I think they're on track to be up for approval at the next meeting, and this would be planning and zoning approval. It doesn't go to city council. So those are being reviewed under current regulations.
So it won't affect anything ongoing?
It will not stop anything ongoing. Anything that is submitted up until the date council adopts a new code falls under the old codes. They're vested under law.
Okay.
So yeah, nothing stops really, but we want to make sure that whatever comes in the future, we would rather have a higher standard of quality than right now.
Okay, is there a motion to withdraw this item? Is what the recommendation is?
I make a motion to withdraw case number CA 25-0002A.
Okay, is there a second?
I second.
And all in favor? Did anyone vote using their cell phone? It's going to be hard to bring this group up to. the way the young people do it on the council, but we're good. Yeah, okay, let me point out something for our members for next month. There's going to be agenda, it's going to be a planning and zoning next month. And in the past, sometimes we don't have any items, but I just want to let you know now, but we'll still let you know in a, couple weeks out.
Yeah, without getting too much, into that, but we expect to have at least 3 plats, potentially that Exxon Sonic site plan, and potentially 1 or 2 zoning cases for next month. So it'll be a busy month. And the plats, they have to be acted on at that meeting to meet our deadline. Otherwise, they're automatically approved. So,
To refresh my memory, Mr. McGill, did you go over at, not the last meeting, the meeting before, the situation with the Exxon? And I'm not trying to discuss that because it's not on.
So-
And the reason I'm asking you that, because maybe there's a members that wasn't here, they may not understand.
That was on my monthly report for city council a couple months ago, but I believe I sent y'all an email
Yeah.
about 2 months ago
Okay.
about it. And some commissioners asked questions and then I
Good.
distributed them,
Good.
my answers to everybody. And I look forward to doing more of that to allow for more broad communication. But
Yeah, that may be great because I can say we may anticipate a lot of people at that next meeting. So if we can review that and understand where we're at.
I can provide a briefing on this subject as an
Yeah.
agenda item prior to the site plan if you'd like.
Okay. Is there anything else, members? Mr. Reed? Ms. Young? Okay, thank you for being here. And just for the record, I just mentioned their name. I said everyone was here, but I wanted to specifically mention the alternate's name for the record too. So if there's nothing else, thank everyone for coming, and have a safe Thanksgiving. Don't overeat, and we'll see you next month, hopefully. Okay, the meeting adjourned. All right. All right.